Jordan Wessner, this is your attempts at 6-5. The jump to your left you make and the jump to your right you miss. So we are looking at your last 5 strides in your approach. First we'll watch it in slow motion, full thing, and then we'll rewind. Alright, so let's go back and kind of talk through all the problems that we see in these. Alright, so something that you're going to notice is that because you're a basketball player, basketball players tend to gather before they jump, okay? But you have to learn how to jump in a quote-unquote out-of-control situation, because that is basically what you're doing. You are running forward and you are trying to work against all the momentum you've built up horizontally and go vertically. So watch as you run here. Let's fast forward, and in these last few strides, take it out of slow motion, and look, you're pretty much the same pace the entire time. So I'm not saying that you're slow. I'm saying that everything is a constant pace, and I should see a change in pace in your approach, in your J approach. Okay, so it should be controlled for the first 3 to 5 strides, but the 5 strides in your J, in your curve, should be more aggressive. Okay, so your entire approach is fast. Okay, but a true high jump approach, again, begins controlled and then becomes aggressive in the last 5 strides. So you can definitely bring more aggression in the last 5 strides. Again, let's rewind, watch again, and point out some other things. Okay, so we've talked about your strides leading up to the jump. Now let's talk about your plant and the actual jump. Okay, as you can see here, you have a decent lean in both of these, but even though you made the jump on the left, you had a slightly better lean in the video on the right. Okay, so let's look at when we plant and look at where your lean is at. Okay, you're much more into your lean here on this side than you are on this side. Okay, and even though the right side is better, it still isn't as good as it could be. Okay. The placement and direction of your left foot plant in the right video was incorrect. Okay, so when you're looking at your plant here in this video, this one is correct and this one is incorrect, and probably why you didn't make the bar on this one, or one of the reasons why. So let's rewind, watch on the left side, look where your left foot is pointed when you plant. Okay, you want it to be pointed towards the back corner of the mat, okay, which it is pointed towards that direction, and that's a good thing, right? In this one over here on the right side, look where your foot is pointed when it lands. We are completely parallel with the mat, okay? And you don't want that. Again, you want your foot to point towards the back left corner of the mat. All right, so moving on to the next thing, your left leg knee drive following your right leg knee drive in the left video is much better than the right video. Okay, so there are a lot of right and lefts there, so let's go back and kind of explain that. Alright, so as you jump, look at the left video, your left leg. Look at where your left knee is at. Okay, you've got a nice bent knee here. Okay, here your leg kind of lags. Right? So what you're essentially doing when you high jump is you're changing where your center of mass is, okay? You want to bring it up and over the bar, okay? You don't want to leave anything down here, okay? But because this leg is lagging here, we left a lot of our center of mass low, okay? And so that's what is essentially going to force you, or make you drop a little bit over the bar and hit it when you're going over. Because when you watch both of these videos together, they look very similar when you jump over the bar, but it's these little things that can really make or break the jump. So let's go forward even a little bit more, and you can just see based on where your heel is at, that compared to this side, that this leg is just bent so much more because you drove your left leg after you drove your right leg. Okay. So of course we know, let's rewind, that when we go to plant, we want to drive that right knee, and then even though we're in mid-flight, we're displaced in the air, we still need to bring that left leg up to follow. Okay? And you did that well in the left video, but you didn't do that as well in the right video. So then we watch, and we're up, and as you know, you probably could have waited a little longer before you snapped over the bar, but essentially, look at how your body is over the bar on the left side. Okay, you are parallel to the mat here. You've put yourself in a good position where you're in control, and if you put your hips up, you get more height off of it. But you look here, you're not parallel over the bar, okay? And a lot of that has to do with your center of mass, or not your center of mass being left behind, okay? So you didn't have control over it anymore because of that leg lagging. So then we finish the jump, you hit the bar on the right, and you clear it on the left, okay? And you can even see that how you're landing is different as well, okay? Look at how everything is faced this way here, and almost that in this direction on this side, okay? That has to do with that following leg knee drive being correct on this side and incorrect on this side. So those are the things I noticed in your jump. We'll rewind and watch them again in regular motion and then in slow motion. And I would suggest creating some sort of body awareness of speed changes. So I would do 30-meter flies. You start out slow, get fast, okay? Become aware of how to change speeds with your body, and don't be afraid to take some jumps in quote-unquote out-of-control approach, okay? Because that's basically what's happening. You're trying to block hard and control something that is almost out of control. So in full speed, okay, and then we'll rewind again, and in slow motion. Alright, so hopefully that advice helps, and I'll shoot you a message with some pictures as well.